If the Coen brothers are making a new movie, I want to see it. They're acclaimed directors of many classics. But this one is just Ethan Coen, no Joel Coen. And with just one Coen brother, it's not as good as with both. Drive Away Doll stars Margaret Qualley and Geraldine Viswanathan, and is about Jamie regrets her breakup with her girlfriend while Marian needs to relax. In the search of a fresh start, they embark on an unexpected road trip to Tallahassee, but things quickly go awry when they cross paths with the criminals. From director Ethan Coen, one of the Coen brothers, the brothers that gave you No Country for Old Men, The Big Lebowski, Fargo, many movies, Raising Arizona, one of my favorite comedies. Like I said, is just Ethan Coen, and this is a brand new movie coming out this weekend that I really only saw one trailer for, and I was like, all right, we got a Coen brother, let's see what he can do. He got a pretty good cast all around. I actually love Margaret Qualley. She is from The Maid, and she was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She is very talented, and she and her co-star, which I know I butchered her name, which is Geraldine, I butchered her name. Both these actresses are good in this movie. Definitely Margaret Qualley is our standout with her Texas accent that she talks the entire movie, and she's definitely like having fun with her character. And the Geraldine character, she's definitely like a uptight girl that's definitely on this road trip to like get to point A to point B, but obviously there's side gigs, whatever, that kind of stuff. And them two alone, I would like to see in a better movie, basically, because that's about it. This is one of the worst movies I've seen this year. No question. Editing? I mean, my God. I literally just said Madam Web had some of the worst editing I've seen this year. Move over, Madam Web. This movie. The editing is atrocious. It's putrid. It is some of the worst I've ever seen in a theatrical movie theater screen. Top 5 worst. Not even kidding you. I don't know what Ethan Coen was going for this movie, because it was like a wacky tone, kind of like a gangster tone, but it never matches. And then there's a ton of just lesbian sex nudity, because that's what the movie's really about. This whole trailer that shows you the trunk, whatever, and this little case that they have in this car, yeah, that's a subplot. That's not the main plot. The main plot are these two girls who are both lesbians basically going to Tallahassee to get away, to move out of the state, and then they decide, let's stop on places and make out with women, and there's tons of girl nudity, tons of nudity in this movie, and it equals up to a cute little romance. Like I said, the main two stars are doing their thing in this movie. They have chemistry, lots of sex in the movie, but I'm sitting there saying, what about the two criminals that are coming after these girls? What about the entire subplot with this head in the trunk and this suitcase? Like, what about all of this? It equals up to an ending that is absolutely pathetic. And the worst part about all of this, besides the editing, besides this cast, which is very disappointing because when you have Pedro Pascal in the movie for 1 minute, Matt Damon, 3 minutes, not even, honestly. The worst part about this whole movie, it's supposed to be a wacky comedy. It's not funny whatsoever. I chuckled once. It's because Margaret Qualley did a really funny thing with her voice. That was it. Everything else, it felt like a Saturday Night Live like sketch that wasn't working, and they did it for an 84-minute movie, because this movie is literally an hour and 24 minutes, and literally with this horrible editing, the pacing really suffers. It did not feel like an hour 24. It felt longer, which is a horrible thing to say. That's including credits, by the way. So this movie really is like an hour and like 17 minutes probably. Like, it's a short movie. Doesn't feel like it because of this pathetic editing. I'm gonna keep talking about this editing. There are these transitions with Miley Cyrus and like these like weird colors. Nothing to do with the movie. Nothing. It's just there. And the transition scenes, they'll flip the screen, they'll do turnaround, and they'll add sound effects too, like whack-a-mole noises. I was in the theater like, are we serious right now? If you're going for that like wacky like Raising Arizona comedy, you have to add some serious tones and build out and flesh the story out. That's not in this movie. There is a scene where the two characters are making out with a bunch of just baseball players in a basement. It cuts back to our criminals for a scene. Cuts back to them, goes back to the criminals, goes back to the thing. They never flesh out this scene with a character that's dealing with like not finding love and can't have sex in years. That's like the main point of the scene, but they cut back to these criminals for no reason except for a joke that's not funny. The editing and the most important part, the directing, is trash. There's a scene where the tire pops, whatever, and she like screams and does like ah and like holds it in the camera angles, and the very next moment they're very calm. It's like, what are these tonal shifts? What are you doing with our characters that we're trying to care for? And the only reason you even care for our two main girls is because they have good chemistry. That's it. And there's another thing. There's a shot in this movie with like, it shows like street lights through the road. It's in like this kind of aspect ratio. I can't think 4:3, not 4:3. I can't think of it right now. Anyways, it's like this. It's a random shot in the movie and it comes back to full screen. Or I was like, what was the point in that? What, like, was that a mistake? Because I noticed it. I saw the black bars. It was really tiny. And it's just in the movie. It's pathetic. This movie is trash, in my opinion. I did not find it funny. I found the main plot to be unnecessary because it's more about these two girls trying to have sex, learn about have a lesbian comedy. I'm fine with that. Do that. But this whole subplot with the whole case and everything, and when you find out what's in the case and the reveal, oh my god, like, they try to be funny. That's all I can say without spoiling it in case you want to see this movie. But this movie was horrible. It's pathetic. This was putrid by Ethan Coen. The direction is horrible. The script is not funny whatsoever. The only thing I gotta say, in my honest opinion, are these two main stars had good chemistry and they're good giving performances that are worthy in a Coen brother kind of movie. But this movie was putrid. I'm gonna give Drive Away Dolls a low D-. I've given a lot of Fs this year. I won't give an F to this movie, but it deserves to be in the F category. But I'll be nice because I like Margaret Qualley, and I like Geraldine, can't say her last name, probably saying her first name wrong, but she was talented, and she's good in this movie. Like, she's definitely giving a performance. So is Margaret Qualley. I will give them credit. I would love to see them. I would like to see these characters in a different movie. Literally. Like, this was horrible. This was, oh my god. I stay away from this movie. Seriously, I do not recommend it. And if I'm just missing the point of like a lesbian comedy, I might be. I don't know though. I really don't, because I didn't find it funny. I thought it was, oh god, can I get one just amazing movie? Like, I only had like one movie this year, Lisa Frankenstein. I enjoyed Mean Girls, Book of Clarence. What is up with 2024? My god, where's Dune Part 2? Let's get to Dune Part 2. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop rambling. You guys have a great night. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.